What are the two biggest signs your girlfriend or wife doesn't love you, even if you think she does? That's what we'll be talking about in today's super crucial video. So, why are these two signs so important? Simple, because they're insidious. On the surface, they look like signs she loves you, trusts you, and would do anything for you. And yet, unfortunately, in reality, it's the exact opposite. These signs reveal she doesn't really love you, or at least, not as much as she used to. And if you don't notice the signs, or worse, if you pretend everything's fine, then she will leave you down the line. It's not a matter of if, but when. So, let's avoid that from happening, alright? The first of the two signs is the overt talk. We'll talk about three things. 1. What it is. 2. Why it's bad. And 3. What to do when you spot it. For now, if you're ready to change your relationship and your life for the better, then type a quick yes in the comments. It's a small sign of commitment you're willing to do what it takes to improve. Go on and write yes in the comments section below. I'll wait. Alright, let's roll the tape. Let's talk about the first sign your girlfriend or wife doesn't love you. Overt talk. First, what is it? Here's the deal. When a woman speaks, she's always in one of two linguistic modes: covert talk and overt talk. It's one of those things Shogun Method teaches you, but we're not here to talk about shogunism today. The covert talk, overt talk theory is useful even if you're unfamiliar with Shogun Method. Let's dig in. What's covert talk? Well, when a woman is using covert talk, what she says differs from what she means. This is when she drops hints, hoping you'll pick up on them. It's also when she uses mixed messages and double meaning statements. You get the idea, right? Covert talk is when she's being her mysterious, mischievous, mind game playing feminine self. It's the woman's default method of communications, so it's a good thing. Meanwhile, overt talk is when she talks to you directly. She says what she means. And yes, believe it or not, it's not a good sign when she does. Here's why. 90% of the time, women use covert talk with the men they love. Think of it as a playful test of how well you understand her. If she drops a hint and you pick it up, or when you successfully read her mind, you score points, and the higher you score, the more attracted she feels toward you. Meanwhile, if you keep failing the test, she realizes you don't understand her that well, after all, and so she panics. She gets more and more desperate until she gives up, and when that happens, she reverts to overt talk to finally get her message across. And that's why it's a bad sign. When she speaks to you in overt talk, it means she's given up on you, or at least she's close to doing so. How do you detect overt talk? Well, here's some examples. I want you to stop doing this. That makes me unhappy. Here are 3 reasons why you should do that. Overt talk is blunt, direct, and specific, and it goes against the nature of women: coy, evasive, vague. So, if your woman uses overt talk with you, it's a sure sign of trouble. So, what should you do? Luckily, there is a solution, and you'll learn it at the end of this video, after I reveal the second sign your woman doesn't love you. In the meantime, did you learn something new from this guide so far? If you did, then do take a moment to give it a quick like. It's a little gesture that will go a long way in helping me build my channel and reach more men like you and me. After you click like, we'll talk about the second sign, the light switch effect. Go ahead, click like now. I'll wait. Done? Great. Now let's talk about the second sign, the light switch effect. This is when she only shows her loving, caring side, but only in occasions. These tender moments punctuate long periods of neutral or disinterested behavior. It's like she's usually cold and self-absorbed, but she turns on her caring side like a light switch, and in those brief moments, she love bombs you like there's no tomorrow. And yes, it's the second major sign she doesn't love you. Let me break it to you. If she truly loved you, then her tender, loving side would be her default setting. It's like your relationship is one warm, fun moment after another. You know, it's not like a light switch. It's always on. So, if your wife or girlfriend is showing the light switch effect, what's causing it? It's likely she's looking around for other men behind your back. She's making herself available to other guys to see what her options are. There's a reason for this, and I'll tell you what it is in a while. Now, here's the more important thing. Is she about to cheat on you? The good news is that it's not a given. The bad news, however, is this. You must snap her out of the light switch effect and make her love you enough to not look at other guys. If you don't, you will lose her to another guy later. So, how exactly do you beat the light switch effect? With the same technique that will beat OvertTalk. That's what. And that's what we'll discuss next. For now, if you like these eye-openers about your relationship, subscribe to my channel. That way, you'll continue to get expert advice on taking complete control of your love life. And if you click the bell icon as well, you'll get notified the moment I post a new guide. Isn't that great? So, go ahead, click the subscribe button and join our little brotherhood now. Alright, welcome aboard. You'll love it here. Now, let's talk about how to make your woman love you again. The key is in addressing the root of the problem. Why does your woman not love you anymore? The answer is simple. She's no longer attracted to you. She doesn't see you as the manliest guy in her life anymore. And I hate to break this to you, but you know what? There's probably at least one other guy in her life right now. She thinks she's better than you. And, worst of all, he's available to her. So, you'll need to act fast. Time is not on your side. And that's why I suggest you do. Shock her back into loving you. You must make her see, hard and fast, that you are the manliest guy in her life, and not some random dude she just met. How exactly do you do that? With a technique called fractionation. That's how. What's fractionation? Well, it's a Shogun Method technique, and again, you don't need to know Shogun Method to make it work. And like Shogun Method, it's different from the usual stuff you hear from another dating guru. Here's what makes fractionation different. It's mind control. And it's rather controversial, because some people think it harms women. I'm not here to judge, and so I'll lay out the facts, nothing more. So I'll let you decide if you like Shogun Method and fractionation. So here's the deal. With fractionation, you'll inflict a sharp bout of emotional stress on your woman. When she's near the point where she buckles, you pull her back from the brink. In a nutshell, you inflict emotional pain on her, then ease it with pleasure. And you do this again and again. Now, you might wonder, why in the world would I inflict stress, pressure, or emotional pain on the woman I love? Here's why. Being the manliest guy in her life isn't about your looks, your bravado, or your money. It's not about what you do. And heck, it's even not about you. Instead, it's about how you make her feel. That's the key. The emotions she feels with you must be the fiercest and most unforgettable for her. And that's why it's so important to inflict stress, pressure, or pain on her. That way, when you relieve the emotional low later on, the pleasure is doubled, at least. And the resulting emotional high becomes intense and memorable for her. And when you fractionate her regularly, she'll feel you are the manliest guy in her life. After all, you're the one who makes her feel the most intense emotions in her life. And yet, that's not all. Here's the secret why fractionation is so powerful. The emotional roller coasters you give will pull the addiction triggers inside her brain. It's the same way she gets addicted to shopping, or a good TV show, or gossip, and so on. Only with fractionation, she gets addicted to you. And addiction is 10 times more powerful than attraction or even love. When she's addicted to you, you won't have to worry if other men are after her. In the end, she'll only choose you. That's the power of fractionation. That's the power of Shogun Method. We Shoguns know this. Emotional addiction is stronger than attraction, and that's what we go for. And here's the interesting bit. Some Shoguns go as far as emotional enslavement, but we won't. With Shogun Method, how far you want to go is up to you. Now, here's the thing. Fractionation is a bit too complex to explain in a short video like this one. That's why I lined up something even better for you. It's the infamous Shogun Method's online masterclass on fractionation. It's where you'll learn the technique direct from the Shogun Method masters themselves. Sounds good, yes? Well, here's what to do. At the end of this guide, a link will show up. Click on it when you see it. There, you'll see a sign-up page. Type in your best email address and wait for your invitation ticket. If you qualify, you'll receive one. Once you're in, you'll be on your way to learning fractionation. It might be the most powerful mind control technique known to man. Remember, if you don't make her love you again, you will lose her. That's almost guaranteed. With fractionation, not only will she love you again, but she'll be addicted to you for life. And that, my friend, is the best guarantee you can give yourself. So, go ahead, click the link and join the Shogun Method online masterclass now. If you don't see the link, find it in the video description or comments section below. Do it.